Welcome back, students. This is Sujit sir, and in today's class we shall understand one more method of voice change. Today we shall see how voice change takes place in case of sentences with infinitives. Let us therefore move ahead. My dear students, in the beginning we have to understand what an infinitive is. Now here we have a sentence. She wants to write a letter. Now in this sentence we have two verbs. One is wants and the other is write. Now students, the verb which can change itself with the change of time or tense is called a finite verb, and the verb which can't change itself is known as a non-finite verb or an infinitive. Now students, it is very clear to us that the sentence given here is in simple present tense. Now if we transform the sentence into past tense, what will it become? It will become she wanted to write a letter. Now here we have noticed that the first verb has been changed. It has become wanted. But the second verb, which is write, remains unaltered, whatever may be the tense. So the verb which we can change from time to time with the change of tense is called the finite verb, and the verb which remains the same whatever may be the tense is called a non-finite verb or an infinitive. Now let us see how voice change takes place in case of such sentences with infinitives. Look at the question or the sentence given here in active voice. It is he wants to draw a picture. Now here we have to note one thing. What is that? Although we have two verbs in the question or in the active voice, the first verb, that is the finite verb, doesn't have any object, but the second verb or the infinitive, that is to draw, has an object of its own, which is a picture. So the method which we are talking about here will take place only if the condition is something like this. What do I mean to say, students? I mean to say that there will always be two verbs. The first one will be finite and the second one will be non-finite or infinitive. And secondly, the first verb or the finite verb will not have any object of its own, whereas the infinitive will have an object. So only in such a condition we may apply this method. Now how to answer or how to transform such a sentence from active voice to passive voice? Let us see. Now the portion up to the finite verb has to be copied without making any change, which we have done. In the active voice it is he wants, and we have used this particular part in the beginning of the passive voice also. Thereafter, the object of the infinitive, that is a picture, will come first, and the infinitive, which is to draw, will go next, and it will become to be drawn. So to draw, this is an active infinitive which has become to be drawn, and that is what we call a passive infinitive. So this way we transform a sentence with infinitive from active voice to passive voice. Let us see one more example. Look, it is time to offer our prayer. So once again, like the previous one, the first part of the sentence has to be taken down. So we have taken down it is time, and then as we have done previously, the object of the infinitive will come in the beginning. So we have brought our prayer in the beginning, and then the infinitive to offer has gone next in the form of to be offered. Now students, here we should remember one thing. What is that? Now if we read the sentence in the passive voice, it makes us feel that there is a kind of gap or something seems to be missing from the sentence. But we did not feel anything like that in the previous example. But here if we read the sentence, you yourself will be able to realize that there is a kind of gap or something seems to be missing. Now let me read it out. It is time our prayer to be offered. It is time our prayer to be offered. Now when I read the sentence, it seems as if something is missing. Now when you feel so, what we do, we have to place the preposition for, and after that you will never feel any kind of gap. So not in every case, but whenever you feel that something seems to be missing, you have to place the preposition for, and thereafter the sentence will appear to be a complete one. So in this way we transform sentences with infinitives from active voice to passive voice. Hope all of you have understood this method very clearly. See you all in the next class. Thank you so much.